So you want to go to Quebec City on a budget for 3 days. How much does that cost? All prices are Canadian and per person. We got up in the morning, we filled our car with gas. That cost us $25 per person. On the way there, Al packed us a whole bunch of snacks. So we had crackers and cheese, strawberries, blueberries. That came to a cost, but since we brought it from home, we'll call it zero. We arrived Thursday afternoon and we stopped by St. Hubert's, which if you don't know, is kind of like a Swiss chalet. That was $21 per person. So we stayed at the Quality Inn and Suites in Levis for 2 nights. That cost $184 per person. We didn't spend anything for breakfast because it was free at the hotel. Next, we took the ferry from Levis to Quebec City, and that cost us $8 round trip. We did a ton of walking around the city for free. At Dufferin Terrace, we decided to go into the Chateau Frontenac and have a Starbucks, and that cost us $8 per person. We walked through the Plains of Abraham and then walked to the top of the city wall, and that was free. We stopped for a crepe at Crepe Breton on Rue Saint John. We shared 2 crepes, a savory and a sweet, and that cost us $17 per person. For an afternoon snack, we went over to Paillard's and had our own croissant, and that was $4.50 per person. We then walked up to Notre Dame Cathedral, and we had a tour of that, and that was free. We then stopped and ran through the fountains in the middle of Quebec City, and that was free. We then watched a busker on Dufferin Terrace and sat and listened to the music for a while. That was free. We decided to share a large poutine and a hamburger, and that cost us $20 per person. From Dufferin Terrace, we took the funicular back down to the port area, and that was $6 per person. We went to a little mini festival concert that was in the plaza down in the port area, and that was free. We couldn't resist. We had to have a beaver tail, but we didn't want all the sweet. So we shared one. It was cream cheese and score bits, and that cost us $3.50 per person. After our time there, we got back on the ferry. We're Canadian, so we ended up needing a Tim Hortons, and that cost us $3 per person. Day 2, we woke up and had breakfast, and that was free. We checked out and headed to Montmorency Falls. Montmorency itself is free for the suspension bridge, but parking ended up being $4 per person. We stayed there for the morning and then we headed home, but we had to stop for some Montreal smoked meat, and we went to Ed's Smoked Meat. Al and I shared smoked meat sandwich with smoked potato salad, coleslaw, and Summer had a smoked meat poutine. That came to $21 per person. We filled up again on the way home, so that was another $25 per person. So in total, for 3 days traveling to Quebec City, the grand total is... I'm so bad at that.